Hey, family. I think it's time for us to recognize the sign of the times, recognize what is happening in this time, and address it head on. Okay. So, my name is Arnitha Webb, Global Lifestyle Strategist, founder of RYL Abroad. And I wanted to do this message in one single take so that you could hear my heart and get the message that I'm going to try to convey to you in its raw and most authentic way. I do have some notes on the screen here to try to keep myself, to keep my emotions from running away and me, going on and on too much, to help keep me focused because the message is big. It's a lot going on, right? We have people getting laid off, we have people getting fired, we have employment offers being rescinded, we have corporations restructuring, no longer going to be accountable for being fair and equitable to all, emphasis on all of its employees, right? We have an all out assault, in my opinion, which I don't think is an opinion. I just think it's a matter of fact. So I'm going to call a thing. Okay. We have an assault on Black America, especially the middle class Black America. And I'll back up why I'm saying that. Okay. When you look at the breakdown and everything that's being extracted away from the Civil Rights Act, most of it, all of it, really is a benchmark of building a Black middle class in this country. So they're going after the money. They're going after the money, right? And you know, I think America is going backwards at the speed of light, but it's steamrolling ahead at the speed of light as well. Okay. And RYL Abroad has always been about you being able to redesign your life so that you can move abroad. And I've always said to redesign your life on your terms. I always talk about location independence. You've heard me say, because I have felt something for over a year now. And you've heard me ask this question, why not now? I even have it tattooed on my arm. Why not now? And I have it on the inside of my arm because really I tattooed the question for me. It wasn't even something that I was saying outward to anyone else. It was a question that I was asking myself when I felt like, why am I not living the way I want to live? What am I procrastinating for? What am I waiting for? So it was for me, right? But then I started vocalizing it and asking other people, especially when I would be working with coaching clients, and I would, feel and experience all the hesitation and uncertainty and lack of confidence and so forth. So I started asking, why not now? And you've also heard me say, we're in a social global economy because we are, right? And we're in an AI driven economy. That's why things are going so incredibly fast. Okay. But you also must recognize that as much fear that people have and as much fear that's trying to just be embedded into our bones, it is a time where we have everything at our fingertips in order to take control, in order to build, scale, monetize, do whatever we want so that the lack of job security and financial security, that what they're trying to take from us, we don't have to willingly give up, because our our household income doesn't have to be contingent upon that job that they want to lay us off from or fire us from or not give us. Okay. Or if they give it to us, wreak holy hell and our emotional and mental state is a freaking mess. Okay. You really have everything that you need. All right. So I want to explain or talk about some shifts that you're going to see in RYL Abroad, what to expect going forward, because I really can't ignore this time. Now, I've always for those of you who are in the community, and a good many of you are in the community as free members, you came in early on and you're in as free members. You've always probably seen this tug of war that I have where I'm talking about digital business as well as, oh, top 10 cities to move to and this, that, and the other, but I can't just talk about the excitement of the move and the logistics of the move. Not that I'm going to pivot away from that. I'm going to still talk about, you know, hidden gems and best places to be and how to do it and the visas and the international insurance. I'm still going to keep all of that in place, but I cannot ignore the need. The need is facing head on the challenges that we have. Okay. Because the fact of the matter is, there's going to be some people who are going to take the bull by the horns and they're going to thrive in this time. And there's too many that are going to fall behind. And I want to limit those of who may fall behind. So it's not enough to just, oh, I'm retired, or I've already made all the great decisions and I have my passive income, so now I can move abroad. It's too many that would be left behind, and I want to reach those of you. Okay. So what's going to be different? What can you expect being in this space with me in RYL Abroad? Okay. You can expect way more emphasis on 3 areas, because I've been working on these 3 areas really just in this last quarter. I saw a lot of stuff happening, but it's happening a lot faster than I thought. So let me talk about the first thing, because if you're with me in RYL Abroad, then you're going to be hearing and seeing this. Number one is Arnitha's Digital Vault. Okay. Now, let me tell you what that is and what it isn't. Arnitha's Digital Vault is for the do-it-yourself people. That's the people that, DIY, they just need the tools. So you got a business or want to start a business and you need the sales funnel, you need the email campaign, you need your reels, you need your stories, you need everything it is, digitally to run the business, and you need it to, plug and play, right? But you can set it up yourself. Now, members of that vault, members of Arnitha's Digital Vault will get new drops every single month, sometimes more than once a month. Okay. And so as long as you're a member, you have access to everything in there. Also, for people who say, well, I don't have a business, but God knows I need another source of income. All right. And I'm not, I can set it up myself, Arnitha. So what about me? Well, you have your PLR, MRR licensing. So if you have nothing to sell, you can just take the items inside of Arnitha's Digital Vault and resell them. Okay. Okay. That is what it is. It's the lowest price point of being able to have the product to start a business or have all those tools that you would be spending time building out. You have it, so use it. Okay? Saves you a lot of time and money, let me tell you. All righty. And then you've heard me talk a lot about DWA, Digital Wealth Academy, right? Digital Wealth Academy, for those of you who don't know, I was in the middle of creating my own program, all right, which I have done before. I've had government contracts off of programs I've created. All righty. So I was in the process of creating my own when I ran across Digital Wealth Academy. And it was so good. I stopped what I was doing and I was like, why am I going to reinvent the wheel? Okay. Now, they are not your average course. Okay. It's not your average course. It's not like you're going to buy it and 3 months later it's stale. All right. It's not the kind of course you're going to go from the first module to the end in order to complete it. All righty. Digital Wealth Academy meets digital marketing and digital business. It meets every phase of it. So if you're into affiliate marketing, if you're into running faceless channels, if you are a YouTuber, if you are a UGC creator, if you're a course creator, if you're a digital product creator, it meets people in their niche and zeroes in, and it's constantly updated. So as things are progressing, and they are progressing fast, did the people behind Digital Wealth Academy, they keep it They keep it going. They keep the updates fresh. So you don't have to go out and then buy something else. Now, for those of you who've already purchased DWA, I know and I invite you to come in and give your testimony on DWA, because if you take DWA and you compare it to any of the other courses out there, they are not going to compare. I know they'll compare to maybe a course that's about $2,500, but not one that's at $497. Okay. But don't be afraid at the low price, because what's inside is quadruple. I'm telling you, is triple the value. Okay. Um, and so you can look at it like, hey, Arnitha, I kind of know what I'm doing, so I only need the vault. And but there's some things, some information that I need to be updated on. DWA is going to be good enough for you to add on with that. Okay. But now in addressing the times, there are way more of you, um, when I had to really admit it to myself, that wasn't going to buy into a Arnitha's Digital Vault RDWA, or if you did, it was going to collect dust in your, you know, you, yeah. So that forced me to respond to that. And so I came up with Sales Magic Systems. Now, Sales Magic Systems is the opposite. It's do for you. So whatever business you have, my team will set it up. We do all the heavy lifting. The Sales Magic Systems are also plug and play. They cover your lead generation, your landing page, your email campaigns, everything. Everything. There's 3 different levels for you to choose from. You pick whatever suits your business, but you have a tech team doing all the work, all the heavy lifting for you. Look, if there's nothing else that we learned during the COVID pandemic, we learned that it doesn't take 12 plus hours in order to earn a living a day. Those work days, it just doesn't take all that. We also learned that we don't have to go into the office unless we choose to. Now, I know there's a handful of people in the world that want to rule the world, and they want to force you back into the office so that they know where you're at 35 plus hours a week. Okay. They want you to think small. Maybe not you, but your family members and your friends. They want those of you, those people that tell you, oh, why are you going to leave the United States? They want you to think small. They want you to think this is it. This is the best you can do. You already know you can do better because you're an RYL abroad. Okay. But you also don't have to do things a certain way, because the one thing that you learn when it comes to traveling is that things are not done everywhere else the way they're done in the United States. It's almost like the goddamn country hates us. Now, I know how I feel about me personally and me and mine, but it's almost like it hates all of us. I mean, damn. Can we, you know what I'm saying? So the response to it is to be in control of your own finances. The response to someone that's trying to take from you, it's like Beyonce say, best revenge is your paper, is to be able to stand on your own. And when they say, hey, this is your last day, you're like, that's perfectly fine. I needed more time to myself. Okay. We have all the tools in our possession to stand through this, do more than stand through this. And so the changes that you can expect inside RYL Abroad is RYL Abroad will definitely encompass the whole picture of location independence. Okay. It won't just be about um, um, country hops, and things of that nature. Not that I want to really emphasize that I'm not leaving that. Okay, it's just going to be a lot broader than that. Okay, and I want to be honest with you and upfront in January, so that it doesn't surprise you when you see conversations and things coming up in the community that seem like, it's not talking about Portugal or Spain or or the Netherlands or what have you. It's not talking about that specifically. We will still talk about that, but we're gonna. I want to empower you. I want to empower you. And another thing that if I'm honest, of why I felt so compelled, everything that you see, every single thing. If you see a mistake on my website, I made the mistake because I built it. I wear all these hats, and that's another thing I've been saying. You don't hold back, Arnitha. Don't gatekeep. Don't withhold when you have solutions for people. You know, that's been coming across me a lot, especially it's the reason why, quite honestly, what I do with sales magic systems I've been doing for a while, just not advertising it, just taking in clients word of mouth, telling myself, you don't want to do agency work, you don't want to build out different business, you don't want to do that, but you need to do that, Arnitha. That's what God has been telling me. But you need to do what the people need. Um, And I want you to be able to leave the US sooner rather than later. And I want you to leave it on your terms. Okay. So that is my message. And I hope I wasn't too long-winded. Okay. And I welcome your comments, your feedback. But that's where we're going. That's where we're going. Alrighty. Ciao.